The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. They go play action with Howell. Flushed out right. And incomplete to open things up. You talk about this Falcon defense. They were fantastic a week ago in the win over Houston.
I lost count of the number of turnovers that were occurring in that game. Right? I mean, I had a clicker going after a while. 5, 6, 7, 8. It was unbelievable. There have been that many turnovers or takeaways, however you want to say, in the game since the Reagan administration. This is absolutely unreal.
I was in diapers. Back to throw. Howell. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A huge play there for Washington. 42 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now the second-year man from Alabama, it's Brian Robinson.
The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
Well, this defense for the Falcons, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Second down, Howell now. Throw right side complete to Dotson.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll send the tight end in motion left.
Now trying to pick it up on 3rd. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Here's Howell to throw on 2nd down.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Tommy Trimble, his first touchdown on the year. And the Commanders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready.
At their own 19-yard line.
Going play action. Ritter. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now the first running back taken back in April, the former Longhorn, Bijan Robinson.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
The Falcons at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Ready? Ritter back to throw.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And Drake London, the intended receiver there.
But it's going to be 2nd down.
When you look at this defense,
this unit 3rd best in the NFL in stopping the run.
Numbers don't tell you everything, but they do paint a pretty good picture. We're talking about 2 top 5 units going at each other. One in running the ball, one in stopping the run. I think this is going to be a whole lot of fun myself.
Ritter located his running back, Robinson.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice...
Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. CD, what a sensational start for this defense. Instead of just forcing the 3 and out, which they were about to do, they pick it off and take it in for the score.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't just settle for the standard good way to start a game. They started in dramatic fashion. Take it away, score points, and guess what? They'll be flying to go back out there on defense again after that play.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago, add in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
Well, someone is certainly having a big game, and while that sack doesn't quite have the splash of his pick six from earlier, you know he's thrilled to be making big plays during a great individual effort today.
Now Ritter going to change up the look. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed.
He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming.
On 4th down, Bradley Pinion on to punt for the Falcons.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They begin the drive with Robinson. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the 29, here's a 2nd and 4. Throwing here, Howell. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Richie Graham.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And that one makes it 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now they'll change things up. And they're going to motion Dotson to the left. Howell throwing again after the pick six. He's got the hookup downfield to Samuel.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So they still get the completion even though the blitz was on. But the blitz got there. Does that stay in the mind of the quarterback the next couple plays?
That's what you're hoping for. That's what you're planning for. It's a little risk reward, right? You're leaving your guys on an island back there in man coverage. But you take the chance that you get to the quarterback, and so he gets completion here. Congratulations. Keep coming at him, and hopefully it pays off by the end of the game that you're starting to get to him while still able to cover on the back end.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground. honed in on it and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And the Falcons are going to get the football back at their own 17. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Ritter on 1st and 10. Checks this one down to Robinson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for offense.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Ritter will set up to throw it. Dancing to his left. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I don't think that run was anything that was designed, but when his reads were blanketed as he went through his progressions, all that was left was for him to run and try and pick it up himself.
Here we go.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Ready?
Ritter now. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And complete to Drake London. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Ready?
Ritter completes this quickly. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Come on, set. Set. Steal. Check steal.
They'll run with Robinson. He is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from drawing level. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Howell from the gun. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Oh, Howell loses it. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Third and long, here's Howell. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Taken in at the 11. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Okay, ready?
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
One last shot before the break. Howell. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of his first half of play. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. The quarters number 1 and 2 entered entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. Short throw caught by Pitts. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Ready.
Looking to throw once more. Here's Ritter. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Ritter to throw it. Throw left side. There's London. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Powell out of the shotgun. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Clark Phillips has got it. And he takes this one back into the end zone. The Falcon defense has a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Throwing after the interception. Howell slings this deep from McLaurin. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. In motion comes the tight end left. Out of the gun, it's Howell. A short throw hauled in by Trimble. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Now a 3rd and 6. Howell. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Ritter from the gun. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Ritter, he wants to change the play here.
Hey, blue.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Clock showing 90 seconds to go in the 3rd.
Ready?
Now Ritter to throw on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Ready.
From the 46, here's a 2nd and 7. That's out quickly to London. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
Come on,
in search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Ready.
Here's Ritter. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Sticking with the passing game. Here's Ritter again. Steps away to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play.
Here we go.
Washington on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. That is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Mac Hollins from 21 yards away. And the Falcons are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Howell. That one downfield for Dotson. It got his man complete. Big yardage that time for Washington. 45 yards.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And now off to the races down the right side. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
This is 2nd and 8. Robinson, he'll try the left side. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run this one right with Robinson. That is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Brian Robinson Jr. with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Commanders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Robinson up the middle, and he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Okay, right.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Green Jack. Hut.
Ritter. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now, standing just outside his own goal line. This is brought in at the 21. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Now, we all know that an offense coordinator and a quarterback, they're aligned at the hip. But when you've got a runner who can get you that kind of yardage, that guy's invaluable.
They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Here's 1st and 10. Howell changing the play here. They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Here comes 2nd down. Here's Howell. Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. And he's going to be out of bounds to stop the clock. And they continue to move a little bit closer toward that potential game-winning field goal. This is 1st and 10. Here's Gibson on the read option.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Now 2nd and 9. They'll pitch it to Robinson.
Fighting through. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
Here's 1st and goal. Robinson is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3.
Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Robinson will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. From the 4 now, 3rd and goal.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
And I don't think there should be much of a discussion here, but you know how I am. You kick the football, you take the lead. How bold do you want to be in this situation, though?
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And it is good. He splits the uprights of Egyptian.
And they will be all smiles in Georgetown tonight.